What has up been going on today, guys? So today we're doing another tier list video. This one's going to be about Apex weapons, and this scales range from S to Mozambique. So let's get started. Having that in mind when I did that.
Man, you couldn't even tell them to go follow or sub to me.
Oh, I will at the end of the video.
Kidding about the sub, but
Yeah, I'm cutting this whole part out. You know that, right?
yeah, I know. Cause I'm not important.
You're not. You're really not. You're just my mod. Alright, so, to start off on the bottom, the lowest tier, Mozambique. And I think only the Mozambique belongs in there. Blake, thoughts?
Mozambique.
Mozambique. Alright, on to D tier. So, in my opinion, bottom of D tier is the 3030.
3030 is just a G7 Scout.
It's a weak G7 Scout. It's a weaker G7 Scout. Less ammo, less damage, slower fire rate. They just need to buff everything about it. And next up, L-Star. It's an L-Star. It's the L-Star.
It's useless.
When is the L-Star good?
The L-Star is only good when you have no other gun.
Oh yeah, also, all care package care package weapons. The Prowler, or is it Peacekeeper? Kraber. And, in my opinion, finishing off D tier, we got, where is it? The P2020. Just kidding. It's the Sentinel. In my opinion, Sentinel, without using this, I mean, I get they buffed it, so you use less cells now, but the Sentinel is just still underwhelming. 4 shots to start off with, without the mags, and without the extended mags. It's just not good, in my opinion.
Snipers need to be changed back over
everyone,
to
just remember,
heavy ammo.
my opinion, okay? Alright, at the bottom...
You actually have to do that,
Yeah.
people will get angry.
Bottom of B tier, or C tier, P2020. It's the pistol. With hammer point rounds, it shreds. Without, it's basically a slightly better Mozambique. And next up, in C tier, Charge Rifle. Charge Rifle, all it has is a scope and a stock, I'm pretty sure, that you can add attachments for. If they could add extended sniper mags, that would give it a big buff, but they haven't. And the only reason it's in C tier is because that little bit of damage can freak the little bit of damage at the start can freak someone out. Not speaking from experience at all.
Yeah, charge rifles seem to be a favorite with hackers and aimbotters.
Next up, in C tier, we have the longbow. And I think it's better for just one slightly better reason. Bigger mag size, actually 2 reasons. Bigger mag size, and it does more damage. Longbow needs to be buffed, though. Really buffed. Next up, we have the RE45. This is a great gun to have off spawn. It shreds. It's a really good pistol. But it's not what you want in middle to end game situations. It's just not. Its ammo goes by too quickly and doesn't do enough damage. And to finish off C tier, we have the Havoc. Now the Havoc with a turbocharger, shreds. Without the turbocharger, it can still shred. It just takes 4 to 6 business days to do that.
So around the same time it takes for me to get a win.
Yeah. Just kicking off B tier, at the bottom of B tier, is the Devotion. Like I said before, it's the same thing with the Havoc. Without a turbocharger, it's not the greatest gun in the world. With it, it's the greatest gun in the world. There needs to be a little bit of balance, in my opinion. Next up, we have the Mastiff. If I can, come on, Spitfire. There. Mastiff. Now, Mastiff can be really rewarding if you can hit your shots. Hitting headshots with the Mastiff is very rewarding, very quick kills, but other than that, if you're not hitting headshots, you're not doing much damage.
Yeah, if you're not hitting headshots, you're dead. Is
My-
the long story short.
Mastiff needs a body damage buff, in my opinion. Because I hate hitting for 7 damage every single time. Okay, gotta fix that. And finishing off at the top of B tier, we got the good old Spitfire. The Spitfire has gotten some buffs where it can now more damage and it shoots a little bit faster, but it's not the greatest gun in the world, but it's still a pretty solid gun in my opinion. At the bottom of A tier, we've got the Wingman. At the bottom of A tier, we have the Wingman. Now, the Wingman, when you're hitting your shots, is deadly. 47 damage per shot is deadly, especially if you're up close. But other than that, it's just a solid gun to have. Next up, we have the Alternator. Now, the Alternator is never going to be the same. Without Disruptor ammo, it will never be what it used to be. But it's still a pretty solid gun. It's great for up close. Even when you're not ADSing, it's very accurate. Its hit fire accuracy is on point. It's just overall good.
It's decent. There's just
Yeah.
better guns out there.
Next up, we have the G7 Scout. G7 Scout, like I said, it's just a better 30-30. Higher mag size, faster firing range, slightly less damage, but you know, it's just better. It's way better. For the 30-30 to be good, you gotta have it. You have to wait for it to charge up and everything. Next up, we have, oops, where is it? That's the wrong gun. EVA 8. Now, in the EVA 8, even with double tap gun, it's still a really solid gun. It's just sometimes it's not the greatest in its situations. My situations, hitting for 7 damage. Oh, I did forget. The Hemlock goes to B tier. Very top of B tier, beats Spitfire. Yeah, the top of B tier, I think, is where Hemlock belongs, because if you're hitting your shots in the burst form, mwah, beams. Even in single fire mode, still pretty good, but it's just not the best. But to go back to A tier, to finish off A tier, next up on A tier, we have, 3, 2, 1. Finish off A tier. You got the most balanced gun in history, the R301. Now, the R301 is the epitome of a perfect gun. Amazing. If every gun could be like this, it should be. Macro show. Now, at the top of A tier, these are my opinions, remember. Bottom of A tier, whoops, we have Triple Take. Triple Take can just be used. It's a good sniper. It's a good mid-range weapon, long-range weapon, and can be used as a shotgun. And now that Precision Choke is already implemented into it, it's my opinion, really good. Next up, Flatline. Flatline got some buffs. It does some more damage. It's good from close to long range, and even while ADSing, it's just like this Alternator. Even while ADSing, it's still really well. Next up, the second best non-care package gun in the game, the R99. Blake, do you agree
Wow,
with
the
that?
real race sweating you coming out.
The R99 has always been a really good gun, even in care package, and when it came back out in Season 8. And now, for the best gun, you know it, it's my favorite gun, the Volt SMG. Volt SMG came out in Season 6, and I have loved it since day one. I've always loved it. So, this is my tier list. I will leave a link in the description down there for you to check it out and make your own tier list. But for now, I'm signing off. Peace.